finding your purpose, or any purpose for now. The new iPhone is coming, and it's cheap, for Apple anyway. Plus, what I've been reading.
Welcome to the Hopefulist, a daily talk show hosted by veteran broadcaster Wendy McClure. Join Wendy each day as she shares her life lessons that transformed her from perpetual pessimist to the ultimate hopefulist. The perfect morning show to get you caught up on the day's top stories while sharing insights that will lead to positive transformation and bring out the hopefulist in you. For more inspiration, visit hopefulist.com. And now, here's your host and hopefulist, Wendy McClure.
Thursday. Welcome. Yes, it is Thursday. It is April 16th, 2020, day 214 of Gotta Get on Ellen. Ellen is having a contest right now. If you donate to a certain charity, you will get the chance to be a co-host on her show. I just kind of glanced at it briefly. I haven't really delved into it. Something to consider, for sure, right? Yes. Something I'm going to be looking into. The weather around here has been very disappointing. It's April 16th, and the wind chills throughout the day are going to be feeling like the low 40s. What the hey, man? Just want to get outside. That's all I want. I just want to get outside and enjoy nature. It's all we've got right now. It'll get better, right? It'll get better. Joe and I just ordered a heat lamp for the porch. It's, like one of those heaters you see out at places. But this is a smaller one, and it's electric, which we thought would be safer and, a little bit cheaper. Not a lot cheaper, but a little bit cheaper for the porch. So more than likely, it will warm up to the 80s pretty soon because we just put out some money so that we could still sit outside even when the temperatures are not as we would like them to be. So that's supposed to be coming tomorrow. So we'll have it in time for the weekend. And the temperature's not looking great for the weekend. I think Sunday it's supposed to get up to like 62, but it's going to be cloudy for most of the day. So that's not good news. It's not, if the temperatures are up and it's cloudy, it's just not the same. You need that sun to warm you up, to warm your body. Feel a little heat. So we just got to keep our fingers crossed that the weather is going to make a turn for the warm and the dry. It is April, right? April showers bring May flowers. Well, hopefully we'll see a lot of flowers soon. Some cool tech news. A new iPhone is coming out. It's called the iPhone SE. It was introduced yesterday at a lower price. Just $399 compared to the usual $699. Now, it's a smaller phone. They're saying it's kind of a throwback to the 2014 iPhone, where the actual size of the device is smaller. They have put the home button back on the front of the actual device rather than doing the swipe up. And one camera lens, back to one camera lens. But it will be as fast as today's iPhone. In all honesty, I have not noticed a difference in the speed of my phones probably in 10 years. They all seem fast to me. I don't seem to be waiting around unless there's some sort of issue. There's a signal problem they're pretty darn fast. I don't know. It's going to be available April 24th if that is something you are interested in. I probably wouldn't mind taking the step back to this iPhone SE. I use my phone a lot. Don't get me wrong. But I still don't have the 3 camera lens. I have the iPhone 10, and it was still just one camera lens there. And that's the only really thing that I wish I had the upgraded version for, is the fact that I would like to take better pictures, especially night pictures. Excuse me. Yeah, the iPhone is not good with night pictures. I try to get a shot of the moon and the stars, and it just blurs. It just does not come out well. I've been toying around with the idea of getting a real camera one of these days, and I probably will eventually do that. So it's not really that big of a deal. Joe and I are going to have to make a decision on our phones pretty soon, I think. We had purchased our new, well, no. We did not purchase our new phones. We leased our new phones. Remember, it was a Black Friday deal. It wasn't this past Thanksgiving. It was the Thanksgiving before that. And I believe it was for 18 months. So I think that 18 months is ramping up. Probably in the next month or so, we're going to have to make some sort of decision where we either trade in the current phones we have, and then there certainly won't be any deal being offered on a monthly plan, or we can purchase the rest of our contract for the phone, which will still be a couple $100 a piece. I don't know. I guess maybe we can just turn them in. I don't know how that works, honestly. I don't know if we can just turn them in and say, you keep them, and it's a wash, and we don't have to pay anything, and that's that. I hope that's the way it works, because then, maybe we can just go ahead and get these lower-priced phones, which is fine. I don't know about Joe. I think I would be perfectly fine with this, a lesser-than iPhone. I think the amount of money that we pay for these devices is outrageous. But we'll see how it goes. Why do I have to keep clearing my throat this morning? It's really, really annoying the crap out of me. Hopefully that'll do it. Some of the books I have been reading, I was telling you a little bit about The Girl Who Wrote in Silk. Very good. I recommend this book, and I hope that if you choose to read it, you will enjoy it as well. I'm not going to get into the description. It's just it's a very involved story, and it's just, I don't feel I would do it justice. There's many moving parts to it. It's like, this seems to be the new way of writing. Is, there's a person in current day, and they discover something that happened in the past, be it 100 years ago, 150 years ago, 200 years ago, and then they flip back and forth to the past and the present. And a lot of books are being written in that way now. So that's what this book is like. And like I said, just a lot of moving parts, but very interesting. And a little bit of historical fiction in there as well. It is a novel. It is not historical fiction. So it's based on real events, whereby the story itself is made up. I just delved into, and I know I told you that I was looking forward to this, Jessica Simpson, Open Book, it is called. And I've got to tell you, I have heard a lot of raves about this book, and now I know why. She is so honest and so raw in this book. I mean, she just lets it all out. I'm almost halfway through it already, and I just started it the other day. It's, I'm at the point where she's been dating Nick Lachey for a little while. Looks like they're probably going to get married very soon. And it's just so interesting. It's enthralling. Like, it's just one of those books that I can't put down. And I'm very into celebrity autobiographies. So if you are not, it might not be your forte. And like I said, I'm not a huge Jessica Simpson fan. I mean, I know of her. I actually had met her once. I think I have a picture with her. One of the interesting things is when she first signed her first record deal. It was with Columbia Records, and Tommy Mottola, the big CEO of Columbia and Sony and all that. He was married to Mariah Carey, made her who she is. After they signed the contract, he had said to her, to Jessica, okay, so you need to lose about 15 pounds. And she said, I'm standing there like, what? She said she was 5'3" and 118 pounds. And she's like, what? So this was probably the start of a roller coaster eating disorder for her. And if you remember Jessica through the years, she has gone up and down in her weight which is really sad because when she was 17 years old, she was a perfect weight. She was perfect. 5'3", 118 pounds. Yeah. Yes, please. I would take it in 2 seconds flat. So just a lot of really honest and raw feelings in this book. It's always cool to see the vulnerable side of people and to realize these people are just like us. I mean, we all know that on an intellectual level, but it's not something that just always translates. So if you're into celebrity biographies, I'm in the midst of Open Book by Jessica Simpson. Very, very, very good. Today's topic, it was a popular one. I wanted to know if you could only have one meal for the rest of your life, what would it be? Let's see some of our answers. Some of the answers kind of surprised me a little bit. Let's see. We've got some cheaters. Pasta. I don't think pasta really counts as a meal. I think you got to be a little more specific than that. But, whatever. Jim also, Mexican. That's not really specific. There's all kinds of different meals you can have that is considered Mexican. Now, Marnie, she says tacos. A lot of people mention tacos. I'm surprised. Now, when I hear tacos, I think of just like Taco Bell and like a traditional taco. But I'm guessing that people are also including like fish tacos and, soft shell tacos and tacos that you make at home. That's not something we have here a lot. Joe said when I had mentioned people were saying tacos, he's like, When we were, back when we used to go out, even before the quarantine, whenever we would go to lunch somewhere, he would inevitably always get fish tacos. Oh, they've got fish tacos. And one day he told me, he's like, wherever we go next, don't let me get fish tacos. I'm like, all right, no more fish tacos for you. But I asked him what his favorite meal, what his only meal for the rest of his life would be. And he said a pork roll, egg, and cheese on a jalapeno bagel from Bagels and Beyond. Thought that was an interesting choice. Mary says that her husband's choice is a turkey dinner with all the fixins. She said hers is filet mignon with king crab legs, baked potato, and a salad. Sounds wonderful. Lori says filet mignon, double stuffed potatoes, and Brussels sprouts. Ugh, you had me until the Brussels sprouts. Key lime pie for dessert. Of course, that meal eaten every day would significantly shorten my life. More than likely. Corinne says, my mom's lasagna. Serrano says, bacon cheeseburger, fries, and a beer. Janine says, it's not my favorite food, but it would be peanut butter on crackers. I know I could survive on it and not tire of it easily as I do. Love me some peanut butter. Excuse me. Michael says, medium rare ribeye. Megan says, real surf and turf with baked potato and side salad, lobster and filet. More for tacos. Linda says, mussels and marinara or garlic wine and butter. Ooh, and of course, the dipping bread. Kim says, pizza. Denise, cheeseburgers. Yes. Vanessa, raviolis. Beverly says angel hair pasta with marinara sauce and sausage or grilled cheese with creamy tomato soup. Dawn says chicken fried steak and mashed potatoes with country gravy. I do love me some biscuits and gravy. Some good old Southern biscuits and gravy from Cracker Barrel. Oh, love it. When people tell me about the other food that they have at Cracker Barrel, I'm like, they have something other than breakfast because it doesn't matter when I go there. Getting me an old timer's breakfast. Hash brown casserole, thick sliced bacon, and biscuits and gravy, y'all. But what I did choose was lasagna or cheeseburgers. I can't decide between them. If I had to pick one, and I know my husband's going to be shocked, if I had to just pick one, I probably would go with the lasagna. I love my cheeseburgers, though. Oh, love cheeseburgers. But this obsession lately with lasagna, yeah, it's been been pretty obsessive. In fact, we're having some leftovers this weekend from the lasagna we made a couple of weeks back. It does freeze up very nicely, and